Hi everyone and welcome back to Jill and Hugh Barbecue. We've got a lamb shoulder to cook today and Jill has prepared it last night. She's got a little bit more to do to it now, and while she does that I'm going to go out on the patio and light our Big Joe 3. So I'm going to leave you with Jill to explain what she did last night and what she's going to do to it now.
Okay. Well, we're going for a Middle Eastern flavoured shoulder of lamb today, and we've got this shoulder of lamb. It's quite a meaty one. It's 1.7 kilos, so it's neither huge nor small, it's sort of in between. And last night all I did, it's quite simple, is just scored the top and the bottom in a diamond pattern and rubbed in a rub that I made with some Ras El Hanout, some pepper, ground black pepper, some salt and some olive oil, a light olive oil. And I ground that, or rather I rubbed that into the scored slits, and we left it in the fridge overnight. We're going to cook it in a big roasting pan, and in the bottom of this roasting pan are 2 roughly chopped large onions, a couple of bunches of fresh thyme, and I've got 4 large garlic cloves. And I want those to be quite sort of pushed together so that the lamb sits on top of them and those onions don't start to char. I'm also going to add into the pan some liquid just in case the meat started to dry out. It shouldn't, because it's shoulder, it's obviously very fatty. But I've got 2/3 of a pint of just water with half a large lemon squeezed into it. So I'm just going to pour that around the onions, like so. And then just simply going to sit the lamb on top of that. So it is quite a nice lean shoulder actually, which sounds a bit strange, but it has got a nice lean bit of meat there. So that's going to go out onto the Big Joe 3. We're going to cook it at 140 degrees centigrade, and I reckon it'll be between 3.5 to 4.5 hours. So we'll see you when we put this onto the barbecue.
So I've got the Big Joe set up to cook the shoulder of lamb. Today we're going to use the slow roller, which is in the place. I've got the grill grates on the second level down, which would normally be the top level if I didn't have the slow roller in there. Now I'm going to take all of this out, light the barbecue, and when the lump wood starts to glow, put all of this back and I'm going to bring it up to temperature. And today's temperature is going to be 140, maybe 145 degrees centigrade. As usual, I have 5 fire lighters in the ash basket of the Big Joe 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to light those. Vent fully open, the lid fully open for 10 to 20 minutes until the firelighters get the lump wood to glow. Once that happens, I'll put the slow roller in place and we'll bring the barbecue up to 140 to 145 degrees centigrade. So we'll see you back here later. Right, our lump wood is now started to glow, so I'm going to put the slow roller in place and then get the Big Joe 3 up to temperature. So we've got the slow roller in place, so now I'm going to shut the dome.
Well, the barbecue's now up to temperature, so I'm going to take this outside and we'll put it on. Before I do that, I'm just going to cover it with some foil quite tightly.
So our Big Joe 3 is now up to temperature, and today's temperature is actually 140 degrees C, not 145. So we're now going to pop our lamb into the Big Joe.
Okay.
And we'll come back and check this in
After a couple of hours.
a couple of hours and see how we're doing. So our lamb has now cooked for 4 hours exactly. We've pulled it off, and now we've tested it, and it is probe tender. And just to show you that, if you look, the fork just falls straight
It's
through
butter
it.
soft, isn't
It
it?
is. This is butter tender. So now I'm going to lift this out and put it in here.
I think it's going to just fall off of the bone. Do you want a spatula? Oh, it's going to, that bone is just going to lift. I'll get rid of this.
Wow, this is so soft. Let's pop that into there. Let's just see. The bone just pulls straight out of that.
Oh, there should be more. Just put it on there.
Let's put it in the sink. So,
I'll remove the thyme, shall I? Because you don't want that
no.
going in it.
And there's a little bit more
A
time.
bit more thyme and some onion. Oh, it's hot.
But this just absolutely pulls apart. There's the other part of the bone.
Yeah.
It'll be hot. It will be hot.
I'll do it with this. Yeah.
Clean out. And the rest of it, it's just so tender.
The smell, actually, I mean, everything that goes on the barbecue smells really nice, but this was phenomenal, wasn't it?
We've been smelling this all afternoon, and it
What,
really,
4 hours, yeah.
and it really has been so nice.
So I think we should test it.
Okay, so we have a fork each.
Okay, thank you. Okay, ready?
Ready.
You don't have to chew that at all. That's just incredible. What do you think of the flavours?
The flavours are lovely. I can taste the Ras El Hanout
Yeah.
and the cumin. Yep.
Well, it's in the ras, but
Wow. This is just so delicious. Again, we're probably going to finish this just by tasting it.
we're not going to eat all that. You just, I mean, you could just swallow it as soon as you eat it.
Oh. That is so soft and so tender. So, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down there and the bell so you don't miss the next episode of Jill and Hugh Barbecue. And until the next time, cheers.
Cheers.